Hello, good morning. So, what I wanted to do is I wanted to just talk a little bit about the Ultimate Portion Fix challenge group that's going to start at the end of April, the 29th to be exact. So, basically, the first 2 weeks are going to consist of laying the foundation for um, the portion control aspect of, sorry, my dog's going crazy with her toys. The portion control aspect and how everything came to be. So there's going to be a series of videos throughout the entire challenge group that you'll be watching, and I'll guide you as we go through the challenge group. Like every day I will post, okay, this is what videos you're going to watch today, and then we'll kind of brief on that, and you can ask any questions you might have regarding those videos that you watch. So like for example, for week 1, we'll watch videos on how portion control, how the program was actually developed by Autumn Calabrese, and this was like about 5-6 years ago that she actually developed the program. Since then, as I've mentioned before, she has continued to learn, continue to tweak it and make it work for everyone. And there's just also different there's different paths that you can go through. There's time nutrition, there's I believe it's the fundamental way, and then there's also one where you're actually just trying to lose a certain amount of weight by a certain amount of time, by a certain day. Like say you're getting ready for a wedding or some kind of event and you want to lose 5 pounds or whatever it may be. She teaches you how to do this as a pregnant mom, to be able to do this, but also get the nutrition. I can't even talk. The nutrition. Did I say that right? Jesus Christ, I'm so tired. So you get the nutrition. I'm not even gonna try to say that word anymore. Anyways, you get the drift. Okay, so that way your baby's getting the nutrition that the baby needs. Okay, I'll talk slower. I'm like trying to rush this video. I'm so sorry. So we know there's always a story to how a program or system has been developed, and that's one of the videos that we will watch with getting started with this program. Okay, so then we'll figure out our calorie bracket, because everybody's different. If you weigh 250, you're not going to eat or the same amount of containers per food group that somebody who weighs 160 would eat, or whatever the case may be. So I'll teach you how to calculate that, and then we'll go over the food containers. It's very important to understand the containers. It's very important to understand the foods that you should be eating. It's very important to be organized and just have a plan set in place before you start this 30 days, okay? And it's actually a total of 28 days to be exact, because what will happen is we'll do the 2 weeks of just getting, laying the foundation out. So you won't even be using your portion control containers yet, but we will be going through videos and learning about the system and how it works, how the program works, and how you're going to implement it into your life for the challenge group. Okay, so the challenge group is actually going to be a little bit longer, but the first 2 weeks, like I said, is more of a learning process, more of a let me figure out my why, let me discuss this with my challenge group, let's hold each other accountable, let's all support each other, let's learn together kind of thing. So like I said, there's those 3 different paths of the Ultimate Portion Fix. I will tell you right now, the one that I'm going to go with is the one that I'm going to use for from here on out. It's a lifestyle change. This definitely is not a diet. It's nothing like that. It's nothing that you do for just like X amount of days, and then you lose the weight that you wanted to lose, and you go back to the way you ate before. Okay, this is something that you don't deprive yourself. You just portion each food group out, so you can still have that glass of wine. You can still have a sweet treat, and there's going to be a lot of recipes in these Fix 8 books that were developed that are healthy, but they're sweets, and they satisfy that craving for sweets. So that's something to think about. And Shakeology also does that. That's one of the things that Shakeology does for you. It suppresses your cravings for sweets. So if you have a sweet tooth, drinking Shakeology, finding that flavor that you like, is your best bet. You want a dessert, drink Shakeology. You can drink Shakeology up to 2 times a day. Um, don't drink it more than that. Okay, you got to eat food as well. So another thing that we'll learn is how to shop. Okay, so how to shop in the grocery store. Um, Autumn will have a video, and she actually goes through the shopping store, the grocery store, and shows you all the little tricks that, um, that these people, I won't say any names, but all these tricks that people try to play on you to get you to eat um, um, unhealthy foods, unhealthy ways. So she'll teach you how to smart shop, okay, or how to shop smart. So that's another thing. Another thing is how to eat out. When you're doing portion control, there are ways of doing it. Of course, you might intake, um, a little bit of extra calories here and there because, of course, the foods you're eating are made in the restaurant. You don't know exactly what they're putting in, but that's still there's ways around that, and there's ways to just minimize the amount of calories that you might intake. Okay, so and then we're going to discuss your relationship with food. Everybody has a relationship with food. It's a love-hate relationship, I would say, right? You love to eat, right? But then you hate the feeling afterwards because what you ate wasn't healthy for you, wasn't isn't going to do anything good for you. However, it's something that you crave. So learning how to do this portion control and you know I guess you're basically shrinking your body, your not your body, your stomach, and your body eventually, but your stomach to the point where it can only fit so much food. So if you eat these large meals, your stomach's gonna expand. So for the future times that the future you eat again, you're gonna want to fill that extra space, and that's how people gain weight, keep the weight on, and continue to gain weight. So doing portion control is like super important and super easy to understand, guys. And that's one of the main things I love about it. It's just easy. Once you get it, you got it down. You're good. Um, at that point, you won't even need me. You will know exactly what you're getting at the store. You will use your containers if you want to, and you'll use them for a while till you get used to getting a visual of how much you should be eating. And then by the time you know it, you don't even have to use the containers because you already know how much of what food group you should be eating daily. Okay, so for the first 2 weeks, like I said, we're laying the foundation. We're learning. We're getting that knowledge that we need to implement this program. As I stated before, you don't need to work out if you don't want to. It just, working out does help, okay? Um, you do anything, do a workout program on Beachbody On Demand, do 21 Day Fix, which I highly recommend because it's 30 minutes long, it's easy, it's a minimal equipment. I don't like workout programs that require equipment. Um, it discourages me from working out, wanting to work out. With 21 Day Fix, it's weights, it's a mat, um, and that's it. You want to stay hydrated and a towel for when you sweat. That's about it. Super simple, 30 minutes of a workout. But we'll get into all that later. I just wanted to kind of let you know what the first 2 weeks of this is going to be. After that, it'll be another 28 days, okay? So, and that's when we'll implement everything. We'll actually start the meal prepping, the grocery shopping for the foods. And I know it sounds like it's going to be a lot of work, but ultimately, once you start getting the hang of it and just getting your groove, it will become so easy. And when you go grocery shopping, you'll know exactly what to get. You'll know what you want, what you like, what you eat on a regular, and then you can, shop, feeling more at ease and not so overwhelmed. Okay, so the first 2 weeks is pretty much to get that out of your system, get that feeling of being overwhelmed, get the questions answered that you need answered, and then after that we start that 28-day journey. Okay, so it's looking like Um, I have the dates here. So the challenge group's going to start on Monday, April 29th. The first 2 weeks, like I said, is the laying the foundation. We're going to be watching videos and learning together how this all works. And then on May 13th through June 9th, that will be the 28 days where you're implementing the actual portion control, and you're doing your grocery shopping weekly, you're doing your meal prepping. It's very important to meal prep. I can't stress that enough. I think it's so important to do that because if you don't meal prep, you're just more likely to stop for something convenient, which is typically fast food, and 100% of the time, or at least 99% of the time, unhealthy, right? And I know that from experience. So I definitely regret not doing portion control and not sticking to it, and just falling off the wagon or throwing myself off or jumping off. And I really want to get back in this, and I look forward to meeting anybody who's willing to do this with me. And as much as you might need accountability or need motivation, um, or have goals, I have the same, and I need the same. I need the accountability, I need the motivation, and I need to set my goals as well. So we'll do this together. So that's basically it. Let's just wanted to let you know what the first 2 weeks were going to be and the time frame of everything, so you can plan accordingly. So just feel free to reach out to me and let me know if this is something that's going to interest you. And if you have any questions, I'll answer them gladly. Have a good one. Bye-bye.